Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a live pre-market show. It is Monday, October 28th, and let's see how the market's going to open up, and let's get rocking and rolling and see what's popping this week. It looks like the market's going to be green. I'm pretty sure this is the heat map, and everything is pretty green. Microsoft up 0.81%, Apple up 0.32%, Google up over 1.5%, Meta up over 1%, Amazon up over a half. Tesla up 0.28%, and Nvidia's up almost a whole percent right there. So there we go. It's pretty green. The only thing that's red is the energy sector. So we were looking at that last night, and it does say that oil is starting to sink a little bit. So we'll keep our eyes on them bad boys, the oil sector as well. But let's get rolling and see what's happening this morning. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Let's go ahead and do our Jolie's jumpers. How is everybody this morning? Let me jump in and get this list right here. ATPC, let's get rolling, guys. ATPC, here we go. Agape ATP, it jumped up on Friday and it looks like today's date right there. So it does look like it is moving. ATPC, and it did jump up there. It was moving Friday, 164 to 214, and then today, 206 to 288, back to 201. So already under what it opened, and it did fly up there. So ATPC is a nice little popper for this morning. BLNK, let's look at it. Our blink charging, see what they're up to this morning. It's getting towards that 225. Remember, I told you guys it was going to get up there. Well, here we go. It's at 223, I believe, 221. And on Friday, it got to 229. Look at that, just as I had said. So there we go. At Blink BLNK, we said we'd readdress it, and it looks like it's going to continue its way up. So there you go. And we saw that bottom at 163, and you're at 223 right now. So that is BLNK. And how about our DJT, Donald Trump's Trump media right there, 4174 and just cruising in the top. We knew it was going to be going up today. And yeah, it's going to keep running up there, probably pull back. We'll look for that pullback, but it's just going and getting that under $13 or at 13 was a nice gift right there. DRUG. This thing has been on drugs for a while. It does appear that it might be pulling back finally. Well, I'll look at it as it opens. It's more flat right now than anything. Let me see the 25th. Yeah, it has Friday's date, so I'll take a look at that one because it has been crazy. EONR. We were looking at this. It had a nice little dip right there. Let's see. EONR. It did run up Friday and then dip today. So it what it closed at on Friday? 159, and today it opened at 120, 120. So it gapped down. And we'll watch for this one. And that is an oil and gas one. So we'll keep an eye on all these oil and gas ones. So that was EONR and HCTI, Healthcare Triangle. This was just on the list, guys. This is up over 100% HCTI. Healthcare Triangle. We just looked at it. Friday it ran up 51 to 115. And this morning it's up from 97 to 149. So that's a big popper. HCTI. We definitely were just looking at that one. HUSA, Houston American Energy. That one is kind of dipping down. It was trying to pop up. They are setting up, but they're all pulling back this morning. So HUSA. Definitely pulling back, ran up there Friday to 210, and today it opened at 153 and it's down to 143. So that is HUSA and INDO. That was running up Friday, and that's taking a nice dip. So I would say oil and gas not looking so great this morning. How about our ITRM? What's that doing? That's down 10 cents or so. I mean, this one ran up pretty hefty on Friday, and it is 191. It got up to 204, Not as high as the 232 on Friday, but its low is 165. It's at 178. And we'll just see if it can just pull back and wants to go up a little higher. And that's ITRM. MEIP. Let's see it up 55 cents. That's a nice little popper this morning. MEIP. I mean, it did run up on Friday. I don't remember seeing it, but it did 273 to 387 and then opened at 340 to 371. Not as high as it did Friday. And let me just see something. 28, yeah. What did it close at? 273. It must have ran up in the after hours or something because yeah, 343. All right. Just the two charts look so off to each other. They're just confusing me, but it gapped up in the after hours and doesn't show it on the one chart, shows it on mine. MIRA, so just be careful with that one. This one was set up really nice. MIRA, and it did pop up Friday and today. It ran up Friday 115 to 178, and this morning it opened at 152 to 171. It looks like it could be trying to pull back now, but that was a nice setup for a pop up right there. Bun has been running up $1.17. It had gotten to 14 before. Look for it to get back up into the top and be fun again. We were talking about it last night, as usual. Pixie Dust PXDT. This is an interesting one. Nice dip there if that's Friday. Yeah, Friday. Nice dip on PXDT. And it did run up on Friday. Yeah, it did run up on Friday, 96 to 338. Must have ran up in like the after hours there, PXDT. And then it opened at 199, got for 244 today. So what did it close at? Let me just see. A lot of these like popped up Friday. Closed at 185. So no, I don't. It's weird chart right there, PXDT, but it did run up there. I'll look at it today. Rivian, that's getting set up to get moving, guys. So we know that one, Rivian. We've been looking at it and it's getting ready to run up there. So that is RIVN and TCBP. What is that one? It looks like it was trying to get curled up there. Let me see it on mine a little better. TCBP and 195 to 244 this morning. What did it do Friday? 189 to 227. So it is trying to get moving and trying to get out of the basement. Keep an eye on this one, TCBP. That could be a good one. TPET. That's Trio Petroleum. It was running, and I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be dipping today with the rest of the oil and gas. So watch for that one to try to pull back. And there's our Jolie's jumpers right there. And let's go ahead and look at the market real quick and see what's going on. 1 second. Here we go. Let me know if you guys want to see anything. But yeah, it's pretty damn green right there. Let's just hop in and see what's happening. HCTI, JTAI. Let's see what that's up to this morning. Jet AI. And I think it's going to try to get curled back up here. Let's look. JTAI might have had some nice dip action. Keep an eye on that one because it looks like it's going to try to set up there. TWG had we oh my God, that ran up that high. Wow, that was a huge runner. We've seen this one way back down here at like the $1.90 area, and it ran up on Thursday to 13 over almost $14. And then big dip down. So TWG, we were looking at that one as well, and that one had a run up and a big old dip. So there you go with that. LILM, big dip. That's that aerospace company from Germany. We were looking at it last night. LGVN, I said this one was going to get moving, and it's up over 5% or up 2% this morning, but ran up. So let's look at that and see what it's trying to do. LGVN. Yeah, it did run up this morning. There you go. Opened at 252, and I think it gapped up and it closed at 218. So it gapped up 252 to 318. So there you go with the LGVN. I told you that one was going to be moving. DJT and Fun both moving up nice. At PXDT, SMX, a nice dip right there on a security company. we'll keep an eye on that. Elab, let's see. Is that trying to go up still? Let me see what Elab. It might be trying to get set up again, Elab. So I'll keep an eye on that today. It did run up on Friday, and it looks like it's trying to run back up. So keep your eye on ELAB, and that ITRM is just down 9 cents, and Tesla is up $1, and it's at 270 now, guys. So there you go with Tesla all the way up to 270 and booming. So there you go. Let's look at our SPY and our big capsule real quick. Our SPY is up $3. That's a good look. And again, it's crossed down, and now you're about to start seeing it cross up and make that hard curl up. And these things are gonna be jamming. So let's look at Nvidia. That's up $1.49. And their earnings are this week. What? Oh wait, no, their earnings are on the 20th. Their Nvidia's the only one that and Tesla aren't today or this week. So Nvidia is coming up, and it's at towards the end of November. So they still have a little bit of time, and theirs are setting up really nice. Apple's are this week. That's up 60 cents. And theirs are on Halloween, and it is looking good right now. And I'm telling you, Apple's going to get blasting off right there. Google, that's up 329. I told you this one was looking great. Their earnings are on the tomorrow, so that one's looking really good at the moment. I'll see how it runs up today, but we knew it was going to pop up this morning, and it did just in the placement of it. Amazon, that one's looking great. I'm telling you, that gets up over that 190. It's at 189. It's getting rolling, guys. And their earnings are on Wednesday. Their earnings are Halloween too on Amazon. The two that start with an M, Microsoft and Meta, are going to be on Wednesday. And let's look at Microsoft MSFT, and that's up 325 and booming. And like I said, their earnings are on Wednesday on the 30th. And then again, we have um Meta, and that's up 653. And I'm telling you, this thing's going to get curled up hard. Meta's looking great, guys. So META, all of them look like they're going to just crush earnings right now and just get rolling. Or if they don't crush earnings, they're just going to get rolling anyway. I mean, Tesla didn't even really beat their earnings, and it went nuts. So, and again, 213 or 212, we saw it, and it's at 271 right now. Tesla trying to get up into the top. So, there you go with our Mag 7, and they are looking hot. So everything green except for the energy sector. Let's see what crypto's doing this morning, real quick. And I'm pretty sure that's still green. Yeah, Bitcoin's $68,667. And let's see, it is rolling up. And like I said, you're gonna see it get back up to that oh, it's gonna blast over 68 and just or 69 and just keep rolling. So let's see that get cruising. It's gonna make that hard crawl up right now and get moving. Solana's back to 177, and that's crawling up, and oh, that one's gonna get rolling up there and moving as well. Cardano's almost at 34 cents, and that's finally trying to build that base and get curled up, so that's gonna get moving. Doge is at 14 and a half, and I'm telling you, Doge was looking great, and it still is. Doge is just gonna rock and roll, guys. So keep your eye on Doge. And Ripple was at 52. Let's see. It's getting set up, and it's gonna make that hard curl up and get ripping. And let's see, Bonk, BONK, and what they're up to. 1 second, looking on my app here, and Bonk is just touching that. Oh, that 50 and 100 are touching each other, and this is going to start getting curled up real soon and get bonkers. So BONK is getting set up. And that is our crypto report right there. And yeah, they're getting ready to rock and roll. The market looks great. And I think it's really reacting and knowing what's going on. Like I said, the charts have been kind of transitioning the last 2 to 3 weeks, and I've told you for the last 3 months, exactly what it was looking like, and it never one time ever looked different. So I promise you, I've told you from the beginning what was going on, and I think you guys know I read it like I see it. I tell you what I see, and I'm very honest about it. So there you go. And let's rock and roll and see what's going on. I know we have our laptop lowdowns to get to, and we're just kind of cruising right through, and things are looking good this morning. So we did our Jolie's jumpers, our crypto, our big caps. Let me know what you guys want to look at. Let me see real quick, and we'll jump into our laptop lowdowns. SMCI. Here you go, Luis Rodriguez. How are you this morning? Up 48 cents. And oh man, this thing's gonna get rocking and rolling, guys. So SMCI, yeah, I love it because I liked it last night and I love it right now. It's looking even better right there. TWG did spike up very early. Laptop travel said, but again, that thing took a nice note. But I mean, regardless of now, we'll watch it to see that bottom because it's lower than when we were looking at it at like the 177. Maybe we were looking at it in the lower ones. I don't remember exactly, but that thing went nuts. So that was at TWG. Let's look at GLUE, some glue. Monte Rosa Therapeutics is popping this morning here. GLUE, and glue just went nutty. It gapped up. It closed at what, 489. It opened today at 608 and got up to 801. It's at 636. And that was some good glue working today because that must have been rocking and rolling. I don't know what they had going on. They announced a global license agreement with Novartis to advance T and B cell modulating VAV1 directed molecular something. So the word cuts off. I'm not clicking on it. So there you go. But they did have news and that did pop up and it was in a pretty decent spot. So we could have seen that one if we were looking at it. GLUE. So keep an eye on PEV, Phoenix Motor. Let's see. We would run this one up and let's see what it's doing this morning here. PEV. I tried to get moving on Friday. It looked like that could have been that bottom at 49. And today it opened at 62. It got up to 63, down to 56. So I'll look at that and see if it's going to try to get set up down there. But I remember this ran up to like that 139 area, and we're at 55. So we had caught that running, and that is PEV Phoenix Motor. So we'll take a look at that. DJT definitely moving. CONL, isn't that Coinbase one, the ETF? Let me look at it. CONL. Yep, up $1.90. Oh, it's set up so beautifully, guys. Holy cow. Take a look at that one too. That one's great. So yeah, you want to look at that. Look at this one too. MTN, guys, Mountain. This thing is setting up to get rocking and rolling. So MTN looking great. That's at Val Resorts. And that one's looking really good. I know there was a couple I was going to look at last night. Let me take a quick look at them and then we'll do our laptop lowdowns. And we're getting fired up for this week because I'm telling you, it's going to be another great week with plenty of poppers, plenty of 100%ers, and a whole lot of great earnings. So we're going to rock and roll them bad boys just like I hit Tesla and the rest of yous did last week because I know some of yous actually did. Um, got a couple messages and people were like, man, I was worried about that thing and you were on the money with it. So I'm telling you, they didn't even beat their earnings. And most of the experts were saying that it was going to pull back because they didn't think the earnings were going to get hit. And it didn't matter. Charts don't matter. So, I think we all know right now, the chart setup is everything, and it looks like the charts are trying to get back into that normal rhythm. And I'm telling you, it would be such a beautiful thing. And you'll see us just crush this market. I mean, absolutely destroy it. So, AKTS, let me take a quick look at that. It's not doing anything on here on the FinViz. Let me just take a look. It is actually not doing anything on here either. It was at 6 cents. Pulling back had that weird look, like I couldn't tell if it wanted to start rolling up. I'll have to look at that one as it moves, opens up. LGHL, the Lion Group. This was another one that ran up last week, and we were trying to see if it wanted to roll off LGHL. Let me look at it and see what it's doing. That is today's day, 22 cents down to 20. So it could still roll off, but it's just pulling back this morning. I'll have to look at that one as well. And VCIG. Not doing anything just yet, but this one had that potential to touch that bottom and bounce. And let's just see 28, 8 cents, and it is the 28th. And yeah, and this one was just like the two lines are intersected, just running flat together. So they're still set up like that. Hard to get a really good look. So I'll take a better look at them as the market opens. And I wrote down that ATPC last night at the top because it was looking great, and that was one of the Jolie's jumpers. And STRM, we were going to look at that streamline health. It was getting down to that bottom. And let's just take a look. STRM. This one could get moving, guys. It doesn't have today's date, but it does look too bad right there. So STRM, we're gonna keep an eye on, and let's go ahead and look at our laptop lowdowns real quick. Edible, let's look at that, Trisha. EDBL. This did run up what Friday, and now today it's opened at 21.2111, and it's just flat right there. Let me take a better look on mine. EDBL just kind of moving a little bit. It's not really showing me a whole lot. I'm not gonna lie. It's under the 20, but could easily get back up and have the 20 curl up. Maybe it tries to set up this week again. After it ran up on Friday, so we'll keep a close look at edible EDBL, but it did run up there on Friday. And again, it could be getting set up. I'll have to look at that bad boy because it did pull back. Um, like I said, to that 21, where did it close at? It closed at like 21 and a half, and it did pull back because it's at 0.2111. So it's a little bit down. So we'll see if that one wants to get set up again this week to get cruising. So we'll look at that as well. And that is edible. And let me go ahead and jump into my laptop lowdowns. I know I have them in my pictures. There we go. I have them right here. Here we go. NVNI. Let's look at it. And these guys are going to be beaten down. And that list last night that we did was incredible. I'm telling you, so many of them set up right there. So just keep your eyes on them. And especially with that market looking green this morning, we just didn't know exactly how it was going to open, but we thought all the big caps are looking good. So NVNI is getting right there, guys. Keep your eye on this NVNI, and you know some of these are going to end up running like over 100% because they're setting up and they're going to do it. So that one's setting up right there. ADTX, let's look at that. ADTX, here we go. A little bit moving on Friday. Let me just see if it's doing anything this morning. It is just at 88. Oh, yeah, it ran up 8 cents and it's three. I'm telling you, this one's going to get cruising too. ADTX, that's looking pretty good right there. CDTG, here we go. CDT Environmental Technology Investment Holdings. Nice dip right there to set up. Oh, this one's going to be real nice, guys. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on that. That's probably Friday. Yeah, that could be its bottom Friday. So I'll keep my eye on that. That's going to be a nice one. CETX. This one's just running that bottom there, and I think we know what's going on with this one. We just have to wait for it. So let's see what it's doing. Yeah, to the 29 cents down to 28, and we think that that one's just gonna have to take its time and set up. EFSH, this one was popping last week, and let's see if it's gonna. It may try to roll back up again. I'll keep an eye on it today to see. It's coming back down, and it could pop back up. So I'll look at EFSH again today. How about that GDHG? Let's see. It's getting to be in that spot right there, the 20. I think it's waiting for it. It's at 215. It's and the 20's at like 247, but it has a hard line coming down at 255. This is getting in the basement. I think once they meet up, this thing's going to be a popper. So we'll have to keep it on the list and see when it sets up this week. If it's for next week, that's a China company, ISPC. Oh, this one's getting to be in a good spot right there. Let me see, ISPC. Just pulling back. Let me see. That's Friday's date. I bet that's getting in to be a good spot. We're gonna probably be talking about that one this week. The JBDI. This one took that big dip. Is it not that one? I don't think that's that one. I'm confusing that with a different one. Never mind. Um, this one did take a big dip, but it wasn't the one I'm thinking of on September 16th. And let's see what it's doing. That 20's coming down. It's at 109 and not doing anything this morning. I'll have to take a better look at that JBDI as it opens up just to see when it wants to get set up this week. JDZG, this one ran up, I think, last week it started running up pretty big. I think it might just have some pullback now. I mean, it did run up pretty nice up there. So trying to build a base up here in the 135. So we'll keep an eye on that one and see what it wants to do. And that's JDZG, MGPI. MGPI. Just, oh, this one's going to be a really nice one. Their earnings are what, Wednesday or Thursday, Halloween, and MGP Ingredients. This one's going to get curled up. We're keeping an eye on this one. MGPI. Let me jot that down. MGPI. Yeah, that's going to have a nice fish hook right there and get cruising. So that one's looking really good. Where am I here? OPTX. Let's see it. OPTX. It was trying to cruise there on what, Thursday, I think. OPTX. Let me look at it. Yeah, on Thursday and Friday it was trying to run up. We'll see if this one can continue its momentum as it opens. Not doing anything now. PPBT, Purple Biotech. What is this, Barney? PPBT. That's immediately what I thought of when I thought of Purple Biotech. Don't ask me why, but it is pulling back there Friday. See if it wants to try to come back down and roll off. I would assume it's going to try to pop off that bottom. We might have to keep an eye on this purple guy too, PPBT, because that one's going to bounce off that bottom right there. So I'll keep an eye on that. QMCO. QMCO, that one looks like it might be running up this morning. So that one maybe already be popping up. It was running up Friday, or no, it ran up Thursday. It's not showing me anything on mine. It looks like it's running up here on here. The 28th, 570 to 562. Maybe it pulled back a little bit, but QMCO looks like it wants to run up in the top a little bit. That's Quantum Corp. So just keep an eye on that. You might get a little momentum play on that today. SVCO, that's Silvaco Group. This one is making that big curl up, and that bottom was the other day at 614. It's at 664 SVCO, and this one's going to get curling up, so we're keeping an eye on that one as well. SVCO. Keep an eye on that bad boy. What's SYNX up to this morning? Let's see. SYNX. Here we are. Oh, this one's setting up really nice. Bouncing off that. Let me see if it's doing anything yet. I don't think so. I don't think it's doing anything yet this morning. No. But well, I'm going to keep my eye on that bad boy for sure because that one's looking good. That SYRS, let's see if that's trying to bounce back up today or if that's going to be toast. Um, that may be done. SYRS pulling back there. We'll see. It's not doing anything, giving me any kind of look yet, so I have no idea what it's trying to do this morning, but I'll definitely look at that. TWG, we already talking about that one, and it did have that nice dip. I mean, it had a huge run, nice dip, and now possibly going to try to curl back up. So we'll keep an eye on TWG. UK, this one was looking great last week, and did run up there on Thursday and not too bad on Friday. Let's see. Yeah, I think this one might try to get bounced back up. So I'll look at it. It's not doing anything yet this morning. So I'll take a look at that UK and VRAX. Let's see what that's up to. VRAX. And that one's just pulling back. setting up for down the road. Let me see it on mine real quick and see what it's doing. VRAX. Yeah, it looks like it's just kind of pulling back this morning. 220. Um, opened at 220, got up to 221 at 213. So looks like it's just got a little bit of pullback there. And there you go with your laptop lowdowns for today. And again, everything's green except for energy sector. I mean, literally everything is green except for the energy sector. So let me take a quick look and see what's going on here. Good morning, Green Thumbs. UAVS. Let's see what that's up to this morning. This one started popping last week. It did run up there on Friday, just kind of pulling back, and again, it's trying to cross through. A little bit of pullback, nothing crazy. I don't even know if that's today's date, the 28th. It is. It opened at 199, 205. Let me look on mine. UVAS, or that's not even it. It's UAVS. That's it. Yeah, crossed through and just kind of flat this morning. So it's at 204, opened at 210, came down to 193. And we'll probably have that little bit of a look now that it crossed through and it's going to probably bounce around for a little bit. That hard line's coming down at 335 and a 20's all the way up at 5 something. So we'll have to take a look at it and see if it wants to get curled up, but we just kind of knew that it wanted to bounce because it was that day out or so, and that's just the way that they run now is they start curling up and running that day out or 2 days before they curl hit the line. So this one did pop up. We'll keep an eye and see, but it might wait for that hard line to come down and could be a week or two before that happens. So I'll look at it and see what's going on. And again, just the green market. We hit our um Jolie's jumpers or Jolie's jumpers or laptop lowdowns. Our crypto is looking great. Our big caps are looking great. We scanned the market. Everything's rocking and rolling, looking good. Everything's green except for the energy sector. And stocks climb, oil sinks as start of pivotal week. Here we go, and there's not a whole lot of news going on right there. Let me just hop on to the stock twits and see what's going on over there real quick. Anything trending? DJT, GameStop. Let's see what they're doing. They're trying to get moving again. GME is up 12 cents, and it's looking a little better this morning, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, it's trying to crawl back up. AMC, what's that doing? Up a penny. I'm telling you, this thing's going to get rolling, guys. AMC, this one looks really good. And Chewy, CHWI, we were looking at it to try to pull back there, and it may be trying to bottom out there. So it may not ever make it down that far as we were looking at it yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on them. EVOK is on there, IBRX. VKTX and Bitcoin's up. Mara's back up. WULF. That wolf is running back up. W Terra Wolf. That's up 28 cents, trying to get back into the top there. And Mara is popping back up a little bit as crypto. It looks like it's going to roll off and not even cross down. So there you go. And CERO. Let's look at that bad boy real quick. That was just pulling back there. I know it did run up last week, I remember. And let me see on mine because it's not doing anything. Oh, them lines are just completely flat. I'll have to look at it because it opened at 8 and it's just flat and it's in an interesting spot. CERO and ADIL. Let me take a quick peek at that. ADIL. Here we go. And this one did run up last week on the 22nd, got up to 110. And it looks like it's trying to make that base. Let me see, ADIL. It is trying to make a base right there. We'll see if it can keep that base today at that 108. It opened at 110. That's just Friday. It looked like it was today's date. Friday, it's not doing anything today. So I'll have to take a better look at that one as well. And there you go. That I think is everything going on in the market this morning. So we have a nice green market. Google's way up. We have some earnings happening. SOUN. Let's look at that one real quick. That's that SoundHound. and that's getting rolling up. Oh, if that curls off, that's gone. And I remember we were looking at it last week. It looks like it's going to, guys. That looks real good. SOUN. So that's looking pretty solid as well. So keep your eye on that one. And there you go. I would say that's a pretty solid pre-market show right there. Thank you, everyone that tuned in. Asian Jolie, thank you always for your Jolie's jumpers and laptop travel for the laptop lowdowns. Green Thumbs, East Coast Beach Girl, Irish Lucky, Bong Prachan, Jonathan Sinez, how are you this morning? Sinister for Forrest, Lewis Rodriguez, Sampson, and Scott. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Let me know if you guys want to see anything. You know, I'll be posting. Check out the YouTube page. There's been videos just uploading, and I have the rest of them to do it. I couldn't just do them all at once because it just seemed to be too many for YouTube. And then it was there was kept being issues. I had to re-upload them, so I was just doing three at a time. I'll get them all up there and the options video. So we'll be rocking and rolling, guys, and I'm excited. I'll be trading, you know that this week and today. So I'll be around and locking in them profits and trade smart, everybody. Let me know if you want to see anything and have a great day. I'll catch everybody later. And again, just trade smart, lock in profits, and you'll have a great day. I'll talk to everybody later. Have a good one.